The evening sky revealed a vast desert, its peace broken abruptly by the appearance of flashing blue and red lights. The massive Brown family house, whose imposing edifice had once stood as a symbol of unity but was now overshadowed by impending catastrophe, had a police car pull up the driveway. Heavy knocks reverberated through the corridors inside. The family patriarch, Cody Brown, opened the door to see two officers in uniform looking back at him. With a firm but controlled tone, the officer declared, "Mr. Brown, you are under arrest for the embezzlement of property belonging to Janelle Brown." As the officers proceeded to cuff Cody, his hands automatically rose as his face contorted in shock. "This is incorrect," Cody cried out in a desperate, piercing voice. "I'm only attempting to keep my family safe." Janelle Brown watched the incident from a distance, standing in the shadows. A flurry of emotions, including hurt, betrayal, and an unwavering resolve, were seen in her eyes. Knowing that this was the result of months of suspicion, research, and heartbreak she never imagined she would experience, she tightened her fists. Once a place of fun and companionship, the family's living room had turned into a battleground. The room was crowded with adult children and wives, their faces etched with grief and bewilderment. The family had been rocked by the arrest, which led to an angry altercation. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. The first to break the silence was Christine. Her voice wavered as she said, "I don't understand. How could he harm Janelle in this way?" To everyone, always the mediator, Robyn made a defensive interjection. "The entire story is still unknown to us. Perhaps there was a miscommunication of some sort." Meri scoffed, her arms folded, her voice sharp. "A miscommunication? Robyn, he has been careless for years. This was inevitable." A cacophony of voices, accusations, and defenses exploded around the room. Janelle stood apart from the group and said nothing. Her modest testimonies to the betrayal she experienced were more potent than words. Janelle sat with her hands clenched on the table across from her attorney in a darkened office. The attorney sent bank statements, fake signatures, and transaction logs that were taken out of their joint accounts. "We have a lot of evidence," the attorney stated. "He transferred money into his own accounts that were intended for shared investments. This was intentional, not an error." As Janelle gazed at the documents, her breath caught. Her mind was filled with memories of the times she disregarded warning signs, the dreams she and Cody had created together, and the trust she had put in him. Finally, with a voice heaving with fatigue, she declared, "I don't want revenge. All I want to do is go on. However, he must answer for this." Cody sat with his head in his hands across from his lawyer in the bleak, harsh walls of his detention cell. His typical self-assurance had vanished, and in its place was a man struggling to accept the consequences of his behavior. "I never wanted this," Cody murmured quietly. "I was trying to keep the family together and keep us afloat while managing everything. I made choices that I believed would benefit society as a whole." His attorney let out a sigh. "Cody, intentions are meaningless. The proof is incriminating. If we hope to have any chance, we must have a strong defense." Tension was in the air as the courtroom was crowded. As Janelle testified, reporters took notes. Although she spoke steadily, the sorrow beneath the surface was visible in her eyes. She declared, "I trusted him. With my heart, my finances, and my future. And he broke everything." Cody wore a mask of regret as he sat at the defendant's table. He spoke strongly when it was his turn to testify, claiming that his actions were misinterpreted and that his only goal was to support his family. The jury, however, was unconvinced. The betrayal was too personal to justify, and the evidence was too strong. In the quiet courtroom, the judge's words could be heard well. "The court finds you guilty of embezzlement, Cody Brown." The room reverberated with gasps. The verdict was a bittersweet mixture of justice and grief, and Janelle closed her eyes. Cody's eyes met hers for a moment before he was carried away in handcuffs. Her eyes were filled with peaceful resignation rather than rage. A few months later, Janelle sat with a cup of tea warming her hands in her small new house. The room felt serene despite the plain furniture and empty walls. She looked out the window at the sun setting behind the far-off hills and the arid horizon. She whispered to herself, "This isn't where I expected to be, but perhaps I should be there." Each member of the family was dealing with their own sadness and future concerns as the family had fallen apart. For Janelle, however, this was an opportunity to take back her life and create something new based on resiliency and life lessons learned. The camera hovered above the dying light as she stood and shut the door, representing endings and the possibility of fresh starts. Though the Brown family's path will never be the same, hope glowed like the first light of dawn amid the ashes of treachery. And there's more. Amid indications that she is becoming into the antagonist of Sister Wives, Meri Brown has been talking more about her life since the breakup and whether or not her bond with Robyn Brown has been ruined. Meri has talked more about her life with her ex-husband Cody Brown during Sister Wives Season 19, disclosing the challenges she faced during her more than 3 decades of marriage and her current plans for the future. Even though Meri and Cody had been together for a long time, their final years of marriage were challenging, and their breakup wasn't surprise given that both Christine and Janelle Brown had left the family. There has been conjecture on Meri's relationship with Robyn following her breakup with Cody, as Sister Wives Season 19 has highlighted her difficulties. It was painful to witness Robyn's relationship with Meri fall apart as she went through such a trying period in her life, even though she is still with Cody now. The splintering among the family has shattered Robyn and Meri's relationship, according to an interview with People. Regarding her ex-sister wife, she clarified, "Robyn and I don't talk a lot. I am aware that leaving her was extremely difficult for her. It was evident that Meri was the closest of Cody's first wives to Robyn, despite the fact that their relationship has always been odd to observe. Even though their relationship was tumultuous at times, the two grew closer in the later years of Meri's marriage to Cody because they had a deeper bond than Robyn could with Christine or Janelle. Robyn made the decision to encourage Cody and Meri to remain together in order to maintain her desire in having several families, even though she was aware that their marriage was always having problems. It's possible that Meri was first blind to Robyn's hidden agenda. Meri has insisted that she and Robyn might still be together in the future, but some of her comments during the interview were telling. Meri made it plain that Robyn is not someone she wants to be associated with, sharing that she basically doesn't want people in her life who aren't encouraging and supporting her in the way she wants to live. Given that Meri remained in their multiple marriages and failed to consider her best interests, she now realizes that her bond with Cody's lone surviving wife was conditional. Meri has been open about the fact that things have changed since her breakup with the family patriarch, even though she was always explicit about her relationship with Robyn when she was married to Cody. Meri has moved on from the family, as evidenced by the difficulties she has had in recent Sister Wives episodes. Her relationship with Robyn was so intimately tied to that bond that it is not surprising that it has weakened. The Sister Wives star has taken the decision that is best for her life, even though Robyn may not be pleased about Meri leaving her. Since relocating to Flagstaff, Arizona, Sister Wives star Robyn Brown has not had the church home she desired. Robyn is attempting to return to her roots as Christine Brown, Janelle, and Meri Brown begin new lives. Her desire for polygamy is being cruelly torn away from her. She appears to be bringing up Ariella Brown, Brianna, Solomon, Aurora, and Dayton in the same unstable environment in which she was raised. Robyn Brown has permitted TLC to feature aspects of her upbringing during Sister Wives Season 19. She begged Cody Brown to connect with his children because her father wasn't as involved in her life as she would have liked. She considers how her father treated her as she implores him to mend fences with his estranged children. Robyn and Cody Brown discuss Aurora and Brianna going to a new church in the most recent episode. She discusses her church upbringing while describing how fervent Cody is about her religious beliefs. She posts pictures from her early years. Robyn has previously talked about how she was raised worrying that others would find out her family led a pluralistic lifestyle. But she has voluntarily chosen to expose Ariella Brown, Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, and subsequently Solomon to the very world she characterizes as frightening. The uncertainty surrounding Robyn Brown's biological father's involvement in her life contributed to some of her emotional distress. They were the side family since her mother, Alice Sullivan, was a second wife. Robyn abandoned her monogamous marriage to become Cody Brown's fourth wife, despite the fact that she was in one when she had Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna. Robyn returned to her upbringing after her rocky divorce from David Preston Jessup. She is urging her girls to become rooted in the religion that seems to have plagued her as a child, especially now that the Browns are going through a difficult period. Sister Wives viewers talk about Robyn Brown's upbringing in the same unstable environment that she is causing for her children on Reddit. Robyn Alice Brown is the first thing a user says. I think it is a deeply dysfunctional family dynamic. They continue. I believe that both of these kids are being raised by an emotionally unstable helicopter mom who is reproducing for her own kids the religious abuse she had as a child. However, this time, the other family is the OG 3+13, and she is the favorite family. I believe that Alice, her mother, reared her daughter after witnessing what the favorite wife did. The wife, in addition to being emotionally inattentive, she strikes the ideal balance of being intensely and completely in charge. They are quite immature, the elder girls. It's really unsettling to watch this. I'll continue to watch as well. Following the original post, some people talk about Robyn Brown's upbringing. She's really just doing what her mother, Alice Sullivan, did for her. Robyn Brown had a long history of trauma when she joined the Brown family. It seems that the situation was made worse by Kody's acceptance of her unsolved problems. What are your thoughts? Is Robyn Brown causing her children to experience the same instability? Do you believe she was unstable as a child? Are you eager to watch more Sister Wives episodes? The codependent romance between Robyn Brown and Cody Brown is being criticized by Sister Wives viewers. Some people question whether it's true love because they are the final members of the Poly family, or whether there's still more to the story. For more information on their fascinating relationship, continue reading. When Sister Wives debuted in 2010, viewers saw Robyn join the Brown family. She said she had a list of things she wanted, and Cody Brown met all of them. She also loved the thought of joining a family like the Browns, since she wanted to provide the finest life for her 3 children from a previous marriage. They operated like a well-oiled machine, with 3 spouses, 12 children, and 1 on the way. It was the ideal situation, with Cody rotating between wives and keeping them all happy. But anyone who saw Cody and Robyn together could see that he was in love with her. He spent more time with her over time than the other families. Something was unusual about Robyn, even his older kids noticed. The family had relocated from Utah to Flagstaff, Nevada, and was in serious disarray by 2019. Janelle Brown and Christine Brown Woolley were the first to depart. Since she and Robyn had always been tight, but that waned over time, Meri Brown was the last person left standing. Cody and Robyn are now monogamous, and he would never acknowledge that she was his favorite. It seemed to pain him when he finally admitted that she was his soulmate, but Sister Wives fans want to know if they are truly in love. To address this, a Reddit topic was created, in which the original poster asked whether they had settled for one another. In response, one follower said, "Indeed, it would be reasonable for some people to assume that Robyn and Cody Brown made a compromise. He is her second husband and has no other wives. Why then would she wish to go?" It was also mentioned that Robyn is earning money as long as Sister Wives is airing. Did other followers believe that they were codependent or settled? It has become an intriguing and peculiar relationship thanks to fans. It's uncertain if Robyn will be able to spend the foreseeable future by herself with Cody. Meri Brown, star of Sister Wives, has changed a lot, which could mean she's willing to pursue love again. In 1990, she wed Cody Brown, her polygamous ex-husband. She permitted him to take more women in accordance with his religious convictions, even though they did not have children right away. Meri's contentment in her marriage to Cody changed after he married Robyn Brown, his youngest and 4th wife. Meri was initially happy in her role as the senior wife and co-matriarch with Janelle and Christine Brown. Over the next few years, Robyn became Cody's top priority. Because Cody wanted to spend time with Robyn, Meri, Janelle, and Christine found it difficult to maintain their marriage. Before choosing to part ways, they went through 10 years of unhappy marriages. Christine broke off her relationship with Cody in November 2021. Her decision to put their own needs ahead of their faith motivated Janelle and Meri to do the same. Janelle has prioritized spending more time with her kids, while Christine is now married to David Woolley. Meri, who only had 1 child with Cody, took comfort in her newfound freedom and put her career and friendships first. For the past 2 years, Meri has experimented with a variety of hair hues, including light brown, red, and now blonde. She recently discussed her remarkable fitness transformation and glow-up in an interview with Extra TV. Meri said that having her dog, Zona, forced her to go for several daily walks, which aided in her weight loss. During the conversation, she talked about the positive aspects of her solitary life and appeared content. Meri further stated, "I'm just doing all the things, just having fun and building businesses and taking adventures." She complimented her dog for being a great travel companion. Her altered appearance implies that she is making an effort to keep up a young, appealing appearance. She has a good vibe that can draw middle-aged guys to her. Meri isn't in a relationship crisis, but her change indicates that she might be prepared to resume dating. The Sister Wives star has transformed into her best self, which will surely help her in whatever love relationships she has in the future. Meri has encountered numerous personal difficulties in the past 15 years. Since her marriage ended, she has had difficulty finding contentment in her relationships. Meri made an effort to keep her marriage intact, but Kody constantly made fun of and ridiculed her. Meri was formally divorced by the polygamous patriarch in order to wed Robyn and adopt her kids. He even proposed that Meri reside in his barn, treating her like an animal at one point. Desperate for love, the TLC actress also let an online scammer shatter her heart by falling for a social media catfish. Meri fell in love with a middle-aged man named Amos while she was still getting over her breakup with Kody. She publicly announced her romantic success by posting pictures of herself since she was so happy to be with him. Regretfully, Meri and Amos's romance didn't survive as long as many admirers had thought. She had a dismal dating past and was back to square one as a single person. Meri appears to have moved on from her previous setbacks based on her most recent metamorphosis and unbridled confidence. It seems like she is now prepared to locate a spouse who will be her lifeline. It seems like Meri is happier than ever lately. She is doing what she loves and is in a good position. The single mother has been exploring new adventures with her female friends for the past 6 months. She has visited New York and taken part in Thanksgiving and other festivities. For the first time in years, Meri feels hopeful. She appears prepared to start a new relationship and look for a companion who can be there for her. The Sister Wives cast member should soon discover her true love. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.